Good morning, everybody. This is Rabbi Lesser once again for our weekly Oneg Shabbat. This will be the last Oneg Shabbat before the holiday of Pesach, holiday Passover, which is coming up this Wednesday evening. We'll have a Seder with Rabbi Shane. More details will follow that shortly. Rabbi Shane will have a Seder the same way we're having the Oneg Shabbat. On Wednesday afternoon, he'll go through the Seder, through the video screen, and everyone will be able to fulfill the obligation, the mitzvah, of having their own Seder together the best we can. I know many years we all have it together, and certainly when we do have it together, it's a wonderful experience for everybody, but obviously the most important thing right now is all of our health, especially your health, so that's why we're going to do it the Seder this way, and we're going to make the best out of the situation like we've been doing for the past number of weeks as well. So we begin the Oneg Shabbat like we do every week with the singing of Shalom Aleichem, where we ask the angels of Shabbat to come into our homes and to protect us and to give us blessings. And certainly at this time of year we're dealing with, certainly the blessings are we want the blessings and we appreciate the blessings that they give us. Shalom Aleichem Malachei HaShaharetz Malachei Elyon Mihi Melech Malachei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem Malachei HaShaharetz Malachei Elyon Mihi Melech Malchei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mihi Melech Malchei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mihi Melech Malchei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu leShalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mihi Melech Malchei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu leShalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mihi Melech Malchei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitzchem leShalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mihi Melech Malchei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitzchem leShalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mihi Melech Malchei Hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We're reminded that Shabbat begins tonight at approximately 7 p.m. after we change the clock, and tomorrow night a little bit after 8 p.m. as well. So this being the last Shabbat before Pesach is a special Shabbat known as Shabbos HaGadol, which means the great Shabbos. What was so great about this Shabbos? So we know when the Jews were in Egypt, right before they left the Exodus, right before they had the Yetzias Mitzrayim, which we celebrate, leaving Egypt, which we celebrate Pesach night, what the Seder is all about, the Jews were asked to do one more task. The Shabbos before Pesach, they were asked to go ahead and find animals, find sheep in Egypt, bring them to their houses and prepare them for the sacrifice, the Passover sacrifice being the sheep. Now this is a difficult task because the sheep was known as the god of the Egyptians. So you can imagine the Jews walking around Egypt holding the god of the Egyptians, and the Egyptians would ask them, "What are you doing with that sheep? That's our precious god." And the Jews would walk around saying, "No, we're going to slaughter it to our god, the God of Israel, in a matter of days. You could imagine the fear that would go across the eyes of the Jewish people. And this is certainly a great, great task that the Jews were asked to do. Yet every single Jew was able to perform this, and not one Jew was hurt by the Egyptians, although the Egyptians were certainly very upset and very angry at the Jewish people from stealing their gods, their own personal gods, to slaughter to the God of Israel. So this great feat by the Jews was known as Shabbos Haggadah, which means the great Shabbos. This is on this day, on Shabbos itself, right before Passover, the Jews performed this tremendous task of reliance and belief in God Himself. Certainly the time we're in now, the extra belief we have in God to take care of us is along the same lines that the Jews had in Egypt during that time.
Shamar v'zachar b'dibur echad Hishmiya Oneg el hamyuchad Hashem echad u'shmaha echad L'shemu seferez v'lesila L'echad odi l'kras kala P'nei Shabbos nekam b'la Likra Shabbos lechu v'nelcha Ki mikar haberacha Meirosh mikedem nesucha Sov ma'aseh b'machshavat chila Lechad odi likras kala P'nei Shabbos nekam b'la Yamin usmol tifrotzi Yes Hashem taharitzi Al yar ben yishai beis alachmi Karva el nafshi giyala Lechad odi likras kala P'nei Shabbos nekabela Boi b'shalom ateres v'ala Gambirina uvitzahala Tochem unei am segula Bo'ichala Lecha nodi likras kala Nehe Shabbos nekabila. As we enter into a very interesting and very unusual Passover Pesach this year, where all of us are really confined to our homes and confined to our rooms, it really brings back the memories of the first Passover in Egypt. We know when the Jews were leaving Egypt that night, the fateful night, the 15th of Nisan, the night of the Exodus, and we know the Jews were commanded to eat the Pesach, the Passover sacrifice, in their own houses with their own immediate family. Each family had their own special sacrifice, their own special lamb, and they all ate it in their own house without the guests of others, without their friends and families. It was a special time to connect in the inner confines of your house. Even those that were by themselves had to eat it by themselves. A special prohibition was to leave your house that night. So that was true many, many years ago, 3,000 years ago. And yet this year we're really reliving that same experience as well. Although certainly the Passover experience is wonderful with our friends and our family, but we have to keep in mind when we're by ourselves, we're really not by ourselves. And the message of Passover is you're never alone, you're never by yourself. Hashem, God, is always with you. Even when you may feel alone physically, we know He's with us spiritually and emotionally as well. And that was the message that the Jews needed to hear before they left Egypt, before the Exodus, and that's obviously the message God is sending us at this time in history as well, where many of us are home and without our regular family and friends to celebrate the Seder together. But we have to remember we really are truly not alone. We always have God with us. Adon olam asher malam v'terem kol yitzir nivra li'ez nasa b'chefzo kol azay melech shemo nikra v'yacharei kechlos hakol levahado yimloch nahora v'hu haya v'hu hover v'hu yiyeh b'sifara v'hu echad v'yein sheni l'hamshila l'hachvira Bili Reshis, Bili Sachlis, V'lo Hoz, V'ham Yisra, V'hu Keli, V'chai Goali, V'tzur Chavli, V'yez Nasa, V'hu Nisi, Umanosli, Minas Kosi, V'yom Ekra, V'yahado, Avkid Ruchi, V'yesishan, V'yahira, V'yim Ruchi, Geviyasi, Hado Shem Li, V'lo Ira. Everyone should have a wonderful, happy, and healthy Shabbat, and a wonderful, happy, and healthy Passover, and we'll see everybody next week.